What's going on, y'all? Another week, another geek. We're back at it with another episode of the Wild Geek Show with your homies AJ and ChrisyLite. This is episode 187. And you know what they say, Chris? They say, man, what is it?
Uh-oh.
They say dog
What
is
do they
man's
say,
best
G?
friend.
Yeah.
I ain't got no dog, but hey, I might have to get me a dragon, bro. Chris, how you doing today, Brody? I messed it up.
Yo, I'm doing good. I ain't gonna lie, watching this movie, I thought like, yo, they definitely portrayed this after a dog. Like
Facts,
it's
bro.
just so genius. But I'm doing good, G. Feeling good. You know, week 2 of the puppy training and
Right up your alley. This is right up your alley right here.
yeah, the biting is going crazy. Like it's
Teeth
really
Teeth coming in.
teeth are sharp. Everything's getting bit. Furniture, couches, carpet. My Ethernet cable for this podcast was eaten today.
No,
I didn't tell you, but I had to use another one to be here. So
oh man, I thought you was gonna say you had to go to the store right before the pod.
no. I need a 100-foot one to reach the basement. So
Yeah,
I had to reroute our only other one. But that
that's
them
crazy.
puppies, man, them puppies. But how you doing, G?
I'm good, bro. I'm back. You know, still like got a little lingering cough here and there, but it's nothing crazy though. It's nothing crazy.
Okay.
Like I feel
High
like me
energy.
again. Yeah,
Sure.
you know what I'm saying. So super excited to talk about this because we didn't know what we was gonna talk about this week, y'all. Let's just keep it a buck. You know, we thought we had F1, but that don't come out till this week. And then that's when the run starts. We got F1, then we got Jurassic, then like everything else. Soup. Yep. So after this, we finna go on a run. But I'm excited to talk about this because I got a quick question, bro. When was the last time you seen How to Train Your Dragon, the original? Like, what you call? And how extensive is your lore? Because how many is it, bro? I don't even know.
Gotta be 10. It might be 15. Like 2010 sounds about right. I recently watched 2 again, and I was mad because I knew I hadn't finished How to Train Your Dragon series.
Yeah.
And I wasn't sure if I seen 2, and I had. So I was watching it, and I was like, I don't really remember it. And I was like, oh, I remember this part. I don't remember this part. Oh, I remember this. And then I saw the very end, and I was like, okay, I've seen this.
Yeah.
So then I started 3, but then my basement done flood. And I was like, bro, I got to worry about that. So I didn't get to finish 3 at all.
Yeah.
And that one I definitely have not seen. And that's the one, like, I got to see. I got to watch this weekend. But I have not seen the first one in a while.
Right.
I want to say like 3 or 4 years. And I think when I watched it again, I was like, dang, this movie do look old. Like it looks a little older. I think the only thing that looked real good was like Toothless when I rewatched it. But I wasn't like staring. I think it was just on TV. And I was like, dang, I remember this movie looking great when I first saw it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really like the original. And I thought 2 was all right. I thought it was like,
yeah.
We trying to cash in, huh? But
right.
When's the last time you watched How to Train Your Dragon?
When they first came out. Because it's like, I mean, you know, if we keep it a buck, like DreamWorks has been on a run as far as like, it's very rare that they miss, right? But once we get into trilogies and like spin-offs and all these series, like there's a million How to Train Your Dragon things out there. So after 2, I was done. I ain't watch it again. You know what I'm saying? I never got to 3.
We're the same, bro. Yeah. We're the same.
You know, different generation. We big bro now, you know?
Yeah.
So like going into the movie, I was excited because I remember how good of a movie it was, but then also like just doing my YouTubes and like just going down different rabbit holes, like and watching different video essays. I've seen plenty of videos on the the series and like just the characters and stuff like that before. Never watched them, but like I've seen the thumbnails where it's like you know, a deeper dive into the series and like how good it is and like why people are obsessed with it and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, maybe this will be the thing that like gets me over the hump to like go and like, all right, let me dive into see what everybody talking about. You know, I can't have my dinos. I might get a dragon first. You know, at least. So that's how I was going to. There's officially 3 movies, right? Mm-hmm. But when you look it up, like there's shows, merchandise, and books and a whole bunch of other stuff. But that's beside the point. Because now we have our first official live action remake. And do you think this is something that is a one-off, or do you think that they finna do the whole series? How are you feeling after watching? You've seen 2. You haven't seen 3, but how are you feeling after watching this movie by itself?
I'm not gonna lie. I think more's coming.
Run it up.
I really think more's coming. And I'm gonna say I think they're doing better remakes than Disney.
Thank you.
And while I'm not sure how good the numbers did with this one, for me, I have seen 2. I don't know if that one's gonna do great.
Yeah.
But I think they will eat that cost to get to 3. Because I think 3 is the one that is definitely gonna have everyone just like, yo, you gotta bring your kid to go see 3.
Yeah.
You gotta bring because the dragon Toothless looked too good.
Man.
Looked too good
that's what sold
I really
me.
think. Yeah. And I just really think it gives Disney a run for their money after seeing that dragon. And
yeah.
It's just so amazing. So like probably the best question to start off with, because right at the end of it, I think they're gonna do more. I think they have enough to do more.
Yeah. Yeah. I completely agree. Because if like we really like look at like the DreamWorks catalog, I'm not really seeing that many misses, even if they never really got a sequel. And if we're talking Disney, we're really talking Pixar. If we want to go like one for one, you know what I'm saying? Like even with the Mufasa movie, you know what I'm saying? Like there's mixed opinions about that. Me included, it changed my whole mind about how I feel about Mufasa now. But I think as far as like after seeing this movie specifically, I was like, oh, we might get a 4th movie. Because
that's a good idea. That might be probably a smarter idea.
Yeah.
But it's something along the line of that. They're gonna bring out more dragons somehow.
Yeah. Like even if they start combining movies somehow, like just to get us there. Like, because they could go like the traditional route of like, you know, How to Train Your Dragon 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, they could go to 3. Right.
I mean, look, now we got Shrek about to come out, and people are upset how they aged. You know, so like, regardless of how you go about it, people are gonna be mad. So like, why not just go for it? You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I feel.
I think if the numbers are decent, it'll justify doing 2 and 3.
I did a poll on my YouTube channel asking people, if they preferred the How to Train Your Dragon live action adaptation or the Lilo and Stitch, and everybody picked How to Train Your Dragon. You know, and I'm like, is it something about blue? Like, it's something about Stitch being blue and, you know, Sonic being blue that, like, people are just, like, are mad at blue stuff? Or is it that the stories are better at DreamWorks than, you know, they are with...
I mean, we definitely can get into it. I definitely do think it's part of the story.
Yeah.
Like, everyone kind of remembers How to Train Your Dragon having a good story. and me rewatching the remake version,
Yeah.
I had that in the back of my mind, and as I'm watching, I'm like, "Yo, this is good. This
Yeah.
is some good storyline."
Yeah.
And even to the very end, I was like, "Oh yeah."
Because I remember, bro, watching watching How to Train Your Dragon the first time and being so upset about how it ended.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was just like, "There's no way." But like when looking at it now, I'm like, "Oh man, now they're the same." You know what I'm saying? He missing a fin, he missing a foot. Like,
yeah, it's like
little
real.
things like
it just
that.
feels,
yeah.
And I think that's how I felt after it when I made the statement of like, they're doing it better than Disney. Like, it just feels like a legit story that even though it's supposed to be made for kids, like,
yeah,
the dude lost
it's
his
made
leg.
for everybody. Yeah,
Yeah.
People was in the joint clapping at like just different random parts, like all throughout the movie, and I'm just like, yeah, nah, this joint is good. This joint is good.
So I would say it's just more storyline, and I do think a lot of Sonic grew on a lot of people, especially as it goes through 1, 2, and 3.
That first
overall,
I think initially it was just more about how Sonic looked more than what the movie.
Yeah, and
was.
the first one is kind of generic-y, like
a
more movie generic.
Like they didn't do the math. They didn't do the dang. They didn't do the knowledge. That's what people say. They didn't do the knowledge on Sonic. But I still like the Sonic movies.
Yeah, but this one for sure, I just love the story, and
yeah,
I love how they kind of stay true to it down to a lot of the scenes. Like it's like almost one for one, pretty much.
Right, because even like the little, I guess you could call them tropes, or like little nuggets throughout the movie where like it's like consistently throughout the movie you'll see that they'll use the same lines, but it means something different in a moment. And like from them talking about like, you know, you're just all this, and he addresses his whole body, and he's just like, what? Like, wait, what? You just all of me? What's that supposed to be? You know? Or if we're talking about Astrid, where like she does the whole "I'm gonna punch you, no, actually I love you" type thing, and she says her line. I'm just like, yeah, like even though like big brain me says like this is corny, I like it though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
I 100% thought it was corny in the remake.
Yeah, like it's way more drastic in the remake than
no in the OG one. It's like their mannerisms, especially Astrid, is much more noticeable and believable. In this one, it was kind of like, all right, this is a little corny, forced.
Yeah,
but deep down, I kept walking away thinking like a kid would definitely love this movie. Like, especially if they knew or didn't know How to Train Your Dragon. I think them watching this movie, they'd be like, yo, that dragon movie was tough. Like I like dinosaurs. That's exactly
what they
like
said
dragons
too.
Now. Yeah,
like, Mom, that movie was tough. That's exactly what they would have said.
Yeah.
I'm geeking. Yeah. But I think also like animated movies are way more expressive too. Just because it was like, you know, they're literally drawing everything or digitally making everything, and it's like depending on the actors, some actors and actresses are more animated than others in their delivery. So I think that has a little bit to do with it too. And it's like you don't get a lot from Hiccup and Astrid throughout the movie because it's mainly one-sided type of situation. Yeah, it's like we know Astrid has one goal. Yeah, like we know Astrid has like one goal, but like because we never seen like anything to do with her backstory outside of when she was like training or like doing her magic carpet ride with Hiccup and Toothless, like that's all we really got from it. And we just got to be like, you know, there's certain things in the movie that's like they can't do everything, you know. So
I definitely thought they had room, especially in like the remake, to add that type of aspect to it, because it does just come off like, how do I put this? It came off to me when I was watching it like, yo, I do not like this dude. Yo, he has a dragon. All right, what's your name? What's your number? like I swear it just came off like, yo, this man got a dragon. Yo, he different. Yo, that's my man now.
Like but he had mega motion though. Like once he started like researching and like learning the mannerisms of dragons and like learning how they tick.
Yeah.
And he actually started progressing and training through his quote unquote tricks, which is basically him being a dragon whisperer. Like we got to see her frustration slowly, surely build, and then like once it came to the moment and she had like
bro, she saw the Lambo. She saw the Lambo and was like, "Yo, I love you."
Like, no, but she wasn't even tomorrow,
bro.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I think
that's just how I thought. I was like, "Yo, she."
Yeah.
Like she saw
like,
that.
But we knew it. We knew
like,
it was coming.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
So I feel like that's like different, like knowing the story versus like how it played off. But I think it has more to do with it not being a cartoon this time.
Yeah,
and it being real people.
Yeah.
It's like I added like I don't know that, you know what I'm saying?
Get yourself a Lambo. Get your money up before you take over the village.
Cause like even with what's his name, bro? Snot. Like the Snot live action version was like to me way less convincing than like what I remember the cartoon version to be, as far as like the, you know, antagonist to like this, basically the bully to Hiccup throughout this whole time. And I'm like, bro, there's no way I'd be letting this kid bully me. Like there's no, like, I don't care who you are, bro. You cannot, you the chief's son. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, because even in the live action, like Hiccup does look like weaker than them, but he's just like more normal looking.
Yeah.
And in the animation, like he do look like
small.
Yo, he do not belong. The way he moving and stuff, was like, yo, this guy cannot beat a dragon. So this one, it just felt like, yo, if you did want to kill a dragon, you probably could, but you're just kind of like,
yeah. I mean, he was like taller than everybody, basically.
Yeah, like, but in the animated one, I believe like, yo, this dude is not capable of killing no dragon. No way, no how.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with that, 100%. Okay, let's just talk. Like, what was your favorite part of the movie? Because I could tell you mine. Let me tell you mine first.
I'll tell you mine.
Okay,
but it's weird. It's weird. So go ahead.
All right. So my favorite part of the movie is just like seeing Hiccup mind expand and grow as he's learning more and more about dragons and Toothless and like just their mannerisms, and like seeing him like drawn in his book to like going back and reading and having like these little epiphanies and stuff like that. Like that middle section of the movie was my favorite, when he was learning how to fly. And then like once, I mean, when he lost his cheat sheet and had to lock in, that was the only part I lost immersion. I'm like, no way. Like you would have crashed. Like if it was me, I would have crashed right there. Yeah. So, like when it gets to the point to being intuitive and like, why would you make something that you don't really understand and you need that? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's where my brain went. But like the architect in me was like, I like stuff like this, you know, and just like him being a quote unquote dog whisperer, because they was basically like dogs, you know, saying the dragons, was like my favorite part of the movie. And then like even like some of the training portions of like just getting to see all the different dragons again for the first time, like in a minute, and seeing all their different attributes and stuff like that had me like, dang, bro, I forget like how detailed like they can really be. Even when Fish Legs was giving all the stats, bro, I'm like, yo, what do you need these stats for? What are you gonna do with this information? So that was like my favorite aspect of the movie. But what's the weird thing that is like so weird you gotta say that is weird?
I can't believe you can't even guess it. Wait, do you think you can guess it?
Your favorite thing. The instructor guy.
No.
Okay. I don't know.
When Toothless threw up the
oh
fish.
My gosh, I put that out of my memory, bro.
Yeah, and then he had to eat it. I thought
That
when
was a
I saw
nasty
that
thing.
scene,
Yeah.
I was like, "This is nasty, nasty, nasty." But this is like live action version nasty,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, "I ain't gonna lie, this is way better." Like, like because it was actually
It made you
gross.
emphasize it way more.
Yes, it
Like,
way more, and I was like, "Dang, this is so real." Like, if a dragon's in front of me and he might murder me,
yeah.
he's gonna make me barf this disgusting half-eaten fish in
Mm-hmm.
front of him. It was a fish. It was a piece of
Oh,
fish, right?
yeah, it was fish. It gives me chills, bro. It was a fish
And the
head.
way it looked, oh,
No, the way it sounded.
everything about it was just gross. And I was like, all right, I ain't gonna lie. For a live action movie, that part was legit. Like
Yeah.
that part was way more intense than it needed to be.
Fear
And
factor, bro.
yeah, I felt it. I felt him like, yo, he's gonna have to take one for the team to befriend this dragon. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I couldn't help but that scene is worth the admission.
Yeah. Okay. So we talked our favorite parts. I got a question for you, as far as like things I didn't like. Mainly because you just say you saw the first movie again. I didn't go back and watch them. I ain't gonna cap.
No, I saw the second movie recently. I didn't rewatch the first one in
Oh,
like
never mind then.
4-ish years.
Okay. Well, my least favorite part was when they went and everybody got their first dragon,
Mhm.
because that was some Jedi mind trick stuff that I just did not appreciate. After all that we saw took for Hiccup to train Toothless,
Yeah.
who by nature most likely is more um not domesticated but docile in nature compared to the other ones. But like because it's how to train your dragon, all the rules apply, you know. Like because like there's like even like with different dog breeds, some are more protective or like whatever their instincts are than
Mhm.
others. And for everybody just to be like, all right, just put your hand out. We got it, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, everybody suit up and let's go. I didn't like that part. I didn't like that part. I knew it had to happen, but I was just like, dang, they did it like this. And I don't remember if that's what happened in the movie, because like they have some pacing things in this movie where it's like, man, that's convenient jump cut right there to get us to where we need to be, versus like them kind of dragging it out. No pun intended. But
Mhm.
that's my least favorite part of the movie. What about you?
So not bad because I do remember it being pretty fast like that in the
Yeah.
movie, I believe.
Hmm.
But I would say overall, I think this movie is way longer than the original How to Train Your Dragon. Because I was sitting there watching it like, yo, I don't remember it being this long to get from here to there.
Yeah.
But that just might be a live action thing. So
Hmm.
that part being super short probably did feel that way because the overall movie is longer. But in the animation, I think it kind of fits better.
Yeah.
Um, part I didn't really like. I kind of would say it's a little bit like a two-parter. I thought a lot of the Toothless, fire stuff looked way cooler in animation. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
remember always seeing, the Night Furies, like, blast. It was, like, so different. But in
Yeah.
this
Then
one,
everybody else's. Yeah.
yeah, this one, it was still cool, but I just remember in the animation one, it was, like, a super fast, like, fireball that, like
Not enough purple.
yeah, it was something like they needed to make it, like, even more menacing on the screen. So
Hmm.
that's the small little one, and then I would just say Astrid for sure. Her character, um, it's kinda weird. When I was watching, I was like, "This dude kinda look like Astrid." But the mannerism, she definitely had way more, like, attitude and, like, emphasis on a lot of her lines delivered, and in this one, she's a little, like she kinda, like, gives up on a lot of the deliveries that I remember Astrid being like. Um, so some of the Astrid parts, I was just kinda like, c
Yeah.
it these could be a little bit better, but it didn't really affect,
A
like,
movie.
How to Train Your Dragon. It kinda
Yeah.
felt exactly the same. It was just
Yeah.
like, okay, this point's not, like, at the maximum, and the same thing with the fire. It's like,
Hmm.
I still like it, it's just not at the maximum that I remember the animation being like, so
Yeah. You know what it reminds me of? of how I felt about Zendaya's character Chani in Dune, the first one, because it like gets built up to be this big relationship, like going into it's like, oh, it's gonna be Timothy Chalamet and Zendaya. They about to do this movie together, and then she's barely in the movie. You know what I'm saying? But like, I will like for those specific blowups, as far as like their character goes, I was just wishing like, dang, I wish I knew more about Chani. So like
True.
these scenarios would make more sense because like I feel like as far as like her delivery, she couldn't have done it any better in uh How to Train Your Dragon, Nico Parker, but she was also Joel's daughter in Last of Us. But also like it was like when she was getting mad at him, she was like, yeah, you just wouldn't understand. I got my eye at your house, kid. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't have to grow up with nothing and da 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 da. And I'm like, dang, you giving us all this sauce, but we don't know why you giving us all this sauce other than what you telling us. You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't get to see like where you sleep at, like what's your house look like, to know that like everybody's that much worse off than what
Yeah,
you
and
are.
definitely in a live action, you could do just like a smaller scene that shows that because it's just
Yeah.
like the fact that they went the route with it's so identical to the OG one. If you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna make it a little longer, then just add like oh, like where does Astrid live? Where does so and so live? Like
Yeah.
what's their more of the village look like before we go on to the normal stuff that was gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
That'd have been dope.
Yeah. Give us something. Give us something to work with, because then those little signature moments hit that much harder. Because I was just like if
Yeah.
I'm being honest, like throughout the whole movie, I was kind of just waiting to get to the end part.
Yeah, for sure.
Like
Which
after
is
we
an
got
awesome scene in
yeah,
animation or in live action.
yeah. Cause like after we got past the whole like him learning how to fly with Toothless and him coming up with different designs parts, I was like, all right, bring in the big dragon. I'm ready to see
Yeah.
it. You know? So and just like I never really thought about um the way they caged up Toothless, uh the dad or whatever, and was like, yep, we're gonna use this dragon to find our way. That makes
Mhm.
zero logical sense as far as
Yeah,
like
I thought in the live action, I was a little confused, but
it made way less sense in the live action.
yeah, I could have swore it made way more like Hiccup revealed that Toothless led them there.
Yeah.
And then the dad was like, "Okay, we're gonna take him and you gonna lead us there to
Mm-hmm.
your den or whatever."
Yeah. It was
Um
definitely a different tone than
yeah.
what the live action was.
Mhm.
Okay. Now that we got just like the pleasantries out the way as far as like our best and worst of How to Train Your Dragon. Something that stood out to me more so in this live action than I remember it to be in the animated version was the relationship between Hiccup and his dad. And as the resident dad expert on the pod, how did you feel about uh Hiccup and I don't even know how to say cuz name, the dad's like dynamic throughout the series from like start or not the series but the movie from start to finish and like how it ended.
I mean, I love it. I think it makes just How to Train Your Dragon really awesome because
Mm-hmm.
like it automatically brings tension that doesn't involve like the main character of Toothless.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally Hiccup trying to like fit into a society that he kind of feels like an outcast, and part of that pressure is he's the son of the chief of the village who
Yeah.
already has the system set up this way, and he's not conforming to it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just really awesome to see that dynamic of like the dad trying to like do something that him and his son are like aligned with, but it's more of his thing, not his son's thing.
Mm-hmm.
And they kind of spin it on the head like, uh, "Dad, I can't even do this." Like it's not like I don't want to be a basketball player and I'm like short or something like that. Like I can still
Yeah.
play basketball. It's like literally I cannot eat meat Like I'm a vegetarian, and you're just like, yo, it's too good. And it's like, bro, I'm gonna throw up. So I just think that dynamic as like throughout the movie always like hanging over Hiccup
Yeah.
being literally supposed to be like the heir in a way
Mm.
because it's your dad. Um, all this expectation for you to be a dragon killer,
Yeah.
and it's like you got none of that. You got none of that aura. You got
Mm-hmm.
the most feared dragon captured,
Mm-hmm.
and you're sitting there training it like a dog, like a pet.
Yeah.
So I just love their dynamic. I love the meeting at the end in the third act. Because they both have come to realization moments.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the actors. Both him and the dad do an amazing job, and it does remind me of the animated one. Like both of them acting wise,
Yeah.
it's 100% believable. So story wise, I think it's one of the best like coming of age father son type storyline, and both motives make 100% sense. Like the
Yeah.
dad, it made sense why he don't like dragons.
Mm-hmm.
It took the waifu, and bro, I don't know what you try and do. We already got this whole village set up this way. Now you just gonna try to be like, yo, let's just be friends with the dragons. Like, yo, this is crazy.
Yeah.
So, how'd you feel about the Hiccup and his dad?
Bro, the dad was bugging, bro. The dad was bugging. Like, I was sitting there, because I don't remember it being this contentious when I was a
Oh,
kid.
it was. It was.
Like, I don't remember. I remember them like not getting along, but I'm like, yo, y'all are right there, and it's like he can't get a word in, and like by the time you ready to hear him talk, he ain't got nothing to say. So, I enjoyed the dynamic in the push and pull between the two, and even like when he was all proud and stuff like that, he was ready to show him off to the world, and he didn't do it the way that he wanted him to. It reminded me, cause like it reminded me of Naruto and Boruto, when Boruto was just using like all the automatic jutsus that came with the technology on his wrist or whatever. And Naruto sitting there thinking like, hey, he's been training hard. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't wait to see what he's going to do in the tournament, in the exams or whatever. And Boruto out there going crazy. Every chakra nature. You know what I'm saying? Like, just doing what he got to do, and to find out he cheating broke his heart, bro. And I feel like it worked more for Naruto just because we know everything that Naruto represents and what he's done. But like for the dad, I just seen you box a couple dragons, and I'm just like, bruh, you're not cut like that. Like, to be like, all y'all doing is swinging.
He big
like,
though. He big.
Yeah, but it's like, I think he gives good speeches. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he could be a good leader and stuff like that. But like, for it's not even give him the chance to see what he's going to do. It was automatic. It's like, no, get him in there, get him out of there. Like, and not even get to see what he's been doing, because everybody else done seen it. You know what I'm saying? But just like flip switched on him, and in that moment, and I was just like, dang, this man is not all the way there. And then he took Toothless, and I was like, oh, now he wilding. Yeah. And then I was just like, bruh. So when it came down to like him being sad and having all the tears and stuff like that in the end, I feel like it was warranted. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at the tears. But then we all buddy after. I'm like, oh, okay. What are we doing? You know what I'm saying? You got to pick a side, bro. Like, what are we doing?
Bro, he always had it in the back of his mind. That's why he was like, yo, instead of killing the dragons, what if we use the dragons? Like he always thought it. But he couldn't get past the hate, you know what I mean? So as soon as he saw his son go crazy on the dragon, he was like, bruh, where my dragon at? Hold on, I'm gonna find that one dragon that was real hard to kill. That's gonna be my Pokemon. That's what I'm going for.
But like you were saying earlier, I feel like in the animated series it was a lot more like, I don't want to say believable, but like it was a lot more
I get it.
seamless as far as like him wanting to use the dragons versus like in this one it felt like spite. Like it felt like he was really mad. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he
Yeah,
couldn't believe.
that last scene, he was too happy. Like, yeah, look at this
Yeah.
new world we're in. The dragons are
Yeah.
so helpful. They're the best thing ever. It's like
Yeah.
that kind of dude would be like, you know,
Uh-huh.
the dragons be messing up the roofs
You
and
gotta watch that kind of person right
yeah.
there, you know? Because like even like the way it ended in the animated when it came out, like I was like, oh man, this world finna go crazy. You know what I'm saying? And then we got the second movie, and I was like, maybe not. Like,
yeah, exactly.
you know, because
Exactly.
it's
That was some cash grab on that second movie, I swear.
yeah, and even like just the lore on like how they came to this island is cooler than what they became after the fact. That now they don't have dragons coming and pillaging their homes, and because like the whole setup of the movie was so good because it like gets you ready for like, all right, what kind of world is gonna be? You know what I'm saying? Like everything here is new because it's been destroyed. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, oh, okay. Let me getting somewhere, and it's like, why we got dragons? But now like even the dragons are like, yo, we love people.
Yeah.
We're not wild animals. We love people. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
It gotta be some kiddie stuff, some kiddo things.
That's what I said earlier. It's some give and take in this joint for sure. But I think as far as like the like you were saying, like the performance of the father and son, I think it was good. I liked it.
Yeah.
But as far as like getting into the decisions, I'm like, some stuff ain't mathing, you know. I would ask you and everybody in the chat, you know, what your favorite dragon is, but I know everybody's answer is probably Toothless. But like,
that's crazy. That's a crazy sweep.
you know, but like if you was to
The big boy.
if you was to assign yourself, not yourself, but like if you like how the dragons match their riders in a sense, because it was like a few kind of, it was like probably 6 or 7 kind of dragons, right? Like they started, but it was like they was all kind of the same. Which one do you think you would be?
Another wild statement.
Not what you would be, but like which one would choose you? Nah, I said it wrong. But yeah.
Like, all right. Which Pokemon?
Yeah.
The fire one, the one with the one that he had to fight. Yeah. That one's tough. Or the really small one that jumped on the dude's eye.
And the green giant.
The tiny green yellow one, I think. Whatever that small one was. Yeah, those two.
I think I would have a spike one.
Really?
Yeah.
What about that the chubby one? The big one.
Nah, legs too long.
Little Embor looking one.
Don't disrespect Embor like that, bro. That's crazy. That's a crazy stray.
Yeah, definitely. What? That one's going next. Okay. Top 3 right there.
Okay. I'm not mad at that. Do you got anything else? Because it's like we could talk about the movie, but it's like we've seen it before, you know?
Did you think it was funny?
I laughed. Is it ha funny? No. But it's like it's funny enough.
Yeah, I was wondering if I laughed more when it first came out. But it was a little tough. I was like, I don't remember like geeking out over it. But I remember really enjoying it. And I still felt like I enjoyed it. Mm-hmm. And like was some of the stuff funnier in animation? Like probably. But I still thought they did such a good job with Toothless that most of his stuff was like on point, you know, like oh right. Yeah, that's how it was.
Yeah. And even like I think more so for me it was certain characters that didn't necessarily deliver the funnies.
Like the bully and
yeah. Even the twins
were definitely funny in animation.
Yeah. Like I remember liking them and not liking them in this. It was like, like not to say they were bad, but it's just like they weren't like, oh, remember the twins? Like it's just like, nah. It's
Yeah,
like
that's good. It's good this
it's
month.
really
Yeah.
hiccup and Astrid against the world.
Yeah.
You know. Um, let's see. I can't even ask you where do we go from here because we know there's 3 movies. You know.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. I feel like that's it. I
Hey,
don't really got anything
nice,
else.
short and sweet.
Yeah. 'Cause that's why I feel like at least like because I feel like the Mufasa is different because it's like a prequel, The Lion King, versus like the Lion King animated joint. I mean, live action joint. When we get these live action movies, like unless they take us a completely different direction than the original content, then it's like it should be more of the same and just getting to see it in a different light type of scenario than you know seeing something completely different. Cause like I don't know, like after seeing this, it's got to be something like this and not Lilo and Stitch that gets me to go see it in theaters. You know, like
Yeah, yeah.
I think Lilo and Stitch is a story that's just like, yeah, I used to watch that when it came on TV type of situation versus like, oh, I'm finna go to the movies to go see it again. That's not me trying to hate on it. I ain't see it again yet, but I'm just thinking like as far as like, cause those both came out very similar times. So that's all I really
Yeah,
have left to say on it.
I just think it just depends. It like sometimes when they just step out of the actual remake, it just doesn't work. So,
Mm-hmm.
luckily for How You Train Your Dragon, it was a 1-to-1, and the story was really so good. But they probably could have done an adaptation of it, and as long as Toothless still delivered, being Toothless, I think it still would have been good. You know,
Yeah.
like the fact that they didn't ruin Toothless, I think just automatically holds together this story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Toothless was crispy.
Hmm.
He was crispy, no pun intended. Um, yeah. Let us know what you guys think in the comment section below. Oh, what was the score? What did you give it a score? We didn't do that. We didn't talk about that yet.
I want to know your score for it
9.
first. 9.
Yeah.
Nice.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. I think for me, only reason why it's not a 10, because I think if I was to, because I just remember the story being so good, because I didn't rewatch the original one, but like I just like, know it was a really good movie when I saw it. I feel like back then it would have been a 10, but like the only reason why it wasn't a 10 in this one was mainly because of those certain character beats that was just like, that's not good enough. And it's like there's nothing really I can say that they made the movie worse. You know what I'm saying? Like it only enhanced it. Like I could see like how um when people said like the Little Mermaid came out, like people might only know the live action Little Mermaid now because that's what's new and that's what people are watching. You know what I'm saying? Versus like going back and rewatching the old giant. It's like, will I ever do that again? I don't know. Would I rather go back and rewatch the original Lion King, or do I want to hear Beyonce? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, it's live actions be hit or miss, but this one was a hit for sure. You know, I think y'all should see it, bro.
Okay. I definitely give it a 9 for sure.
Mm.
Um,
Second week in a row, y'all got the same score.
yeah, I definitely just don't think walking into the movie theaters and out of it, you think this is a bad movie.
Yeah.
Even if it didn't have a animated version originally, I think this would be a mega hit.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone would say like, "Yo, we're gonna have to get more of these dragons," or like, "Yo, they doing movies different now."
Yeah.
Because everything looked great. The fire looks great. The dragons in motion look great.
Yeah.
It's a really epic movie, and good characters. It was not a 10 for me either, just because I feel like Astrid could have been just the deliveries could be better, and it's way
Yeah.
longer than the first one. Like, I was sitting there like, dang, did it really take this long to like get Toothless to start training? Because I felt like I was
Yeah,
already like
like
an
once he got
hour and
that,
a half in.
yeah, once he got that joint on the what you call, I remember him just going flying. We flying now. Like once
Yeah,
he
so
got the
maybe that's all
design,
me.
yeah.
Maybe it's not. I'm just misremembering how long the original movie is, but this one just felt longer.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, I just think it's one of the best remakes I've seen. Still highly enjoyable. Soundtrack great. Because the music was hitting. Emotion towards the end was hitting,
Yeah.
and I just love how real this movie is. Like we go from so many different storylines, and at the end, you're like, dang, yo, that was the price we had to pay, and now we here, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
more.
Yeah.
Let me get some more of this. So, 9 out of 10. I hope to rewatch How to Train Your Dragon, and maybe that would be a 10 out of 10 too now. But
Mm-hmm.
regardless, I'm pretty happy. Everyone should go see this movie and support this one for sure.
So speaking of more, did you watch the end credit scene?
Oh, I did not.
You didn't miss nothing.
Okay.
It was literally him just putting the book back down. That he was like
Oh, that's tough.
the first drawing.
Oh, does he fill out the Night Fury?
He's about to.
Oh,
Like he got the big book and then he got his book. And I'm like, I waited for that.
I feel like that book is in the second movie, right?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah, I got.
But it's like the
Okay.
book of knowledge or whatever that,
Yeah.
has all the dragons in it. So now people know what they do. Because like the thing in the book is like every single dragon is like kill on sight, kill on sight, kill on sight, kill on sight. So he might be rewriting the book. I don't know. But that's one thing I did want to say is that like if they do anything, I hope they might take it in a different direction than the second movie.
Yeah, I'm just like the third movie is definitely gonna for sure come out. Maybe what they can do is just do the third movie straight off and try to merge it.
Just
quickly
give us like a short little.
Yeah, I really don't think they need to do two.
Yeah,
I really don't. But hey, I know some purists will be like, "Yo, give me it," but I'm good.
Yeah. Okay. What you geeked about, bro?
Dang, it's good.
Are you gonna
I
steal my
want to
answer
say it,
again?
but I'm gonna have to.
You gonna steal my answer again, bro?
I don't think so. Like, I'd be shocked if this was your answer.
Okay, go ahead.
Love Island, man.
Oh, he actually watched it.
They got me.
I said that as a joke a couple weeks ago. That's all of my timeline be talking about, bro. They said forget the NBA Finals, Love Island on.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. That's some messy stuff right there. That is one of the messiest shows I've ever seen. And I've turned off previous season of Love Island because I just got bored and tired of it, and it was like
more than Love is Blind.
Yeah, I like Love is Blind a little bit better, but this season is going crazy, and I need to like just take some time on the weekend and just keep watching, because they're long episodes and it just gets messier and messier. So
are you all
that's
caught
been
up,
consuming.
or are you just new?
No,
Okay, so you still got seasons.
New. Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, I'm starting at the newest season, but I got other ones to go back to. But I have tried 2 other seasons, and I only got into like a few episodes. And I was like, this is just too long. I want to watch something else. So it's getting me this year. I don't want to say One Piece, but I have started it back up. I have started back up, and we're making our way. We're making our way.
Yeah.
And that's it for now. I would definitely say Love Island's been consuming the most of my time right now. So, what you geeked about, G?
Well, a couple things. The thing that's consuming the most of my time is One Piece because everything I thought I knew, I was wrong. Not that I was wrong, but there's just more. There's just way more to One Piece than I'm almost at 1,200. No,
Dang.
700, I think. I don't remember. I have to look. But that joint is going crazy, bro. In more ways than one, and more ways that I could say here on this pod. But I'm finna start talking about it, bro. I'm finna start talking about it on a different show.
Gotta go, bro.
Because I gotta say something. You know? And it's like people already know, but I didn't know. You know? And we talked a little bit about it in the chat, in the movie club chat, but yeah, bro, you gotta get there, Chris. You gotta get there.
Hey.
But the second thing that I'm geeked about is another messy show, but it's not reality TV. It could be though. And that's Ginny and Georgia, bro. Oh my gosh, most dramatic show I've ever seen, bro. More dramatic than All American to me, and things have just taken a crazy turn. What episode are y'all on?
Oh, we're on like 4.
Okay, so you're about to get into the craziness.
Okay.
Like, so you haven't started it yet.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say. But
it does get real good.
Yeah, like this trial is crazy.
Okay.
This trial is crazy because, like, everything that I'm about to talk, I would say, but it's like when you hear it though, it's like, dang, like I didn't even think about it like that. Was it actually that? I don't know. We're gonna have to see. So I would definitely say that it's just like the thing that I will say about the show that will inevitably, like, everybody might be thinking about already. It's just like throughout all these different scenarios, bro, I'm just like, yo, where is Austin, bro? Who is checking on the baby? You know what I'm saying? Like, he could just be at the crib playing the game. Like, he don't gotta go to school. What are we doing? It's just 4th grade. I don't even know what grade he is. Is this 8th grade? 5th grade? I don't know. But this is nuts. The show is nuts.
Okay.
Yeah. So in between my like 3-4 episodes here, 2 episodes there, I'm watching Ginny and Georgia. And
okay, that's nice.
That's a good content loop right there. That's a good content loop for sure. And then other than that, bruh, I got a new book today. Cause I like reading 2 books at the same time. And it's the Inner Excellence, the AJ Brown.
Oh no.
The AJ Brown book.
That's crazy.
See, I've already listened to it before. But I never had the physical copy, and it's like when I'm listening to it and I'm like working out and stuff, it's different than having the physical pages and be able to write all my notes, and it's easier to go back to and stuff like that. But yeah. But that's like what I'm geeked about right now. I'm super excited about Jurassic World movie. Just because like, I love dinos, bro. And we talking about it during the game. I seen a trailer today, and I was just like, bruh.
But I saw a trailer today too, and I was like, bruh.
This T-Rex swimming, bro. This T-Rex is swimming. When they learn that? Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's going to be a good pod. That's going to be a good pod.
I only see that on the video game. Like, you know what I'm saying? That Ark, I think it's Ark. Yeah, that young people be playing in the dinosaurs be swimming. And then what else, bro? I think that's it. The draft. NBA draft. Not no other draft.
Hype.
Yeah. Wiz kids might be on to something, bro.
Hopefully, or I need it.
Yeah.
It'd be tough being a Wizard fan sometimes.
OKC gave us hope, man.
Yeah, they did. They really did.
We stem from that tree now.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, he's spitting facts, y'all.
So, should be good. But that's going to do it for us. Let us know what y'all excited about in the comment section below. We'll see y'all next week. Stay geeked. Peace.
Later, y'all.